guys, this is Sharad with REsimpli. I'm excited to have Atmore King on this call today. I was doing a call with him last week and he was sharing some feedback about REsimpli. So I asked him if he would mind jumping on a call and just kind of share what his experience has been and tell us a little bit about himself. Welcome, Atmore. How are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I appreciate you having me, Sharad. I'm a broker out of Atlanta. I started as a wholesaler. I've been through a couple CRMs and, just finding REsimpli earlier this year in January was the best thing that could have happened for me this year. It showed me what efficiency is supposed to look like, So thanks for letting me be a part of the community.
No, thank you for being part of the community, man. And what markets do you invest in?
So right now I'm doing a little bit of specific project investing, if that makes sense. Like if I am like, hey, I want to do this type of business in this city, then I will invest in that. But most of my other stuff was wholesaling. And I started here in the Atlanta market. I went to high school in Toledo, so dabbled a little bit in that market, as well as Detroit, which is right up the road. So those were my first three markets. And now we're doing deals in Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville, Orlando, Tampa, Charlotte, Durham, Syracuse, Buffalo, Indianapolis, South Bend, Chicago. Really all, not the whole country yet, but I'm basically in, you could say 60% of the markets, Eastern and Central time zones. So I'm trying to make my way across the country as well as get into the other markets that I'm not in.
Cool, man. That's awesome. And
yeah,
then
thanks.
You said you do project-based investing. Is it primarily doing wholesaling or it can
Yeah.
depend?
Yeah, 100% primarily doing wholesaling. I think that might shift a little as we get into next year. I'm really trying to just put a bulk of deals behind me, especially in this final quarter of the year, so that I can go into next year with more options, basically, instead of just having that one exit strategy, just be able to do multiple different things with it. So
yeah, it's a smart thing to do with the way the interest rates are in the market kind of changing
right.
and a little bit unpredictable.
Definitely.
And do you mind sharing how many deals you're doing per month or per year so far?
Yeah, so this year so far we've done 29 deals and we have 6 closing, and I have another 37 under contract currently that do not have buyers that I'm trying to sell. Last year I had a goal. I was like, well, I can do 100 deals in wholesale this year, right? And there were a couple things outside of REsimpli definitely that inhibited me from reaching that 100 deal a year goal. But what I will say is, as of now, we're pretty much on rate to do on track to do the same amount of deals we did last year. But one thing I've noticed is this year it's been so much easier orchestrating every deal.
Awesome.
And the people are still the same. The attorneys are the same. The lenders are the same. The only thing that has actually changed was us coming to REsimpli and cutting down the time taken to execute each deal, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, and doing the same number of deals that you did last year, given what the market is this year, that's actually pretty incredible. Yeah.
True.
And how long have you been investing for now?
I did my first deal in October of 2019. So we're coming up on 3 years.
That's awesome, man.
I was a one-man show back then, and right now we have a team of 7 full-time. So, we really have the infrastructure set to kind of scale what we have going on,
It's incredible, man. Just to, get started 3 years ago. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
And what marketing are you doing right now?
Really, we're just running through lists. We don't do a lot of inbound marketing to where our phone is ringing as much. I haven't gotten to that side of everything yet. I just go pull lists. I started, even before PropStream, I started with like Exact Data. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
Right now I'm real heavy on batch leads. I kind of got creative and started pulling leads through CoStar as a broker to throw some multifamily leads into the system and stuff. So the purpose of that was to syndicate some deals. So really the bulk of my data is coming from batch leads, and CoStar, and we're funneling this to our VAs in the Philippines. They're text blasting and mass cold calling on the dialer, which I'm excited for that feature in REsimpli too. So those are really our only 2 methods of lead generation, and it's worked really well. I do want to add a couple more, like the PPC and social, a little bit more social media advertising, but yeah, the lists have been doing us great justice so far.
And you said you've been using REsimpli since beginning of the year, Jan 2022.
Yeah, January.
Were you using a system before you switched to REsimpli?
Yeah, I was using everybody's favorite system back in the day, Podio.
Yeah.
which you're probably familiar with. And I think ignorance is bliss. And if you don't know what type of features you could get in a CRM, then you may be very happy with Podio or with one of those other, level one CRMs that just stores the information. But once you realize that you need to have automation, when it comes to follow up, and I know people who had Podio who spent $50,000 to pay software developers to develop their system specifically to them, and all types of stuff that you don't have to do with REsimpli. It's basically like a out of the box solution that doesn't require a bunch of that, back end coding and stuff like that. So that's my favorite part about it.
And before you switched to REsimpli from Podio, did you have any hesitation about switching to REsimpli?
I did, only because, you don't want to fix something that's not broken. People say all the time. But once I realized that my system was broken and the fact that I didn't have these features that I needed, I knew that I was going to leave Podio. I just didn't know where I was going to go. And I heard a lot of people talk about Close. A lot of people were using Slack as their CRM. A lot of stuff that I looked into, and I'm like, I don't think this is for me, or I think there might be something better out there. And I'm not even 100% sure how I stumbled across REsimpli. It was probably through a couple of YouTube videos. It might have been one investor that was really satisfied with the product. And I did one demo with you guys and was just like, man, this is exactly what we need. I'm convinced, because of the research that I did, that there isn't a better product in the market right now, nor is anybody working on anything that has the same features and capabilities that REsimpli does.
Thank you, man. And what's been the most valuable feature for you in REsimpli so far?
The built-in phone and just the ability to have all these different numbers that are associated with different markets, different users, different campaigns. The KPIs are automatically tracked. Like, I think that is the number one thing. I mean, obviously I could name about 20 features that won me over, but just the ability to not have to type in a phone number every time you want to call somebody, or not have to type out a text when you say the same thing to 200 people in one day, and just have your templates. I think it just makes the world of a difference.
Awesome, man. Anything else that you'd like to share with us about REsimpli?
I want to share the fact that it's inspired me to scale my company farther than I previously had thought. I think in the next 5 years, I'm going to have an amazing flow of wholesale deals, fix and flip, syndications, even listings for myself as a broker and my agents. That's pretty much everything. I'm just really, really pleased, inspired, and I'm amazed that you really took it upon yourself to say, hey, I don't have this, so let me go create the solution for myself and others. And I think that's really powerful.
Yeah, man, I think that's how some of the best solutions come from, right? Because you know what the problem is. For me, it was something very simple. I'm a very lazy guy. I don't like logging into multiple software. I just want to log in and have everybody on my team be on one system so we can easily communicate. And that was kind of the biggest motivation for me, was just not, and not to say nobody likes paying a whole bunch of different subscriptions to different companies. So that's kind of motivation. Cool, man. My last question for you is, has REsimpli helped you close more deals since you started using it?
Yes, it has, for sure. Especially with, like you said earlier, the market shakeup this year. And I'll quickly list the other factors that are the reasons behind me not doing as many deals as I wanted. They are going away from the asset class that I had a bunch of buyers in, and went to go try to sell lots of bigger deals, which I wasn't ready for because I didn't have the flow of my smaller deals still going. That's the reason why I didn't do as many as I wanted. The market shift is the reason why I didn't do as many as I wanted. Internal problems with the team, of whether there's acquisitions, people leaving, or just having to rearrange some internal members of the team. Those are the reasons why I didn't close as many deals as I wanted. If it were not for REsimpli, I may not have closed half of the deals that I've closed already. So thank God I had REsimpli to almost fall back on when the other factors in my business were not clicking. So I'm just really excited for what the future holds for the platform and for my company and the community too.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Sharad.
Thanks, man. So this was a testimonial from one of our very active users. If you would like to learn more on how REsimpli can help you close more deals and make more money in your wholesaling business, check us out at REsimpli.com. And if you're ready to sign up and would like to get 50% off the first month, use the link in the video description or in the pinned comment for this video, and you'll get 50% off the first month. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a great day.